Hey, what's up guys, John here. I'm in a city in America right now where you can buy a home with 10% down for less than $800 a month. 20% down, less than $700 a month. See that blue house? See these homes right here? These are $80,000 to $100,000 and they're everywhere. If you're renting right now in America and you're spending $1,800, $2,000 a month or more, and you're looking at the cost of inflation, food, energy bills, car insurance, everything is just crazy expensive, and you're getting to a place where you're saying, look, I don't think I'm ever going to get to be able to own a home. Well, I'm going to give you a tour of one of these properties because I wanted to see this for myself. I wanted to get a real idea of what's happening in this market, because there's so many investors coming here and so many people that are getting priced out of the rental market that they're all coming to this one city. And they're coming here because this is where they can actually afford to buy. And I think that this window is going to close over the next year or two in this city. And I want to give you guys a full tour of this, so maybe you can take advantage of this opportunity. Maybe you can look into this for yourself, see if this is a fit for you. I mean, look at how quiet this community is. Listen, it's just peaceful, it's serene. They have really nice coffee shops that are, you know, what you would see in New York City, what you'd see in LA. Like the expensive coffee shops, if you want those, it's 5 minutes away. If you want to have a nice, you know, nice little diner, you know, breakfast, whatever, 20 bucks, 15 bucks for one, maybe 30 bucks for two, it's still affordable here. Now, this is the property right here that I just Airbnb'd to my family. So we can kind of check this out. We paid $1,400 for the week. So you think about if you're a property owner and you are Airbnbing that and it's rented half the time, getting 25, 30,000 bucks a month on a $100,000 house, where else are you going to be able to do that, right? Long-term renters are paying $1,400 to $1,600 a month to rent one of these properties, but you could buy it with 10 or 20% down, and after insurance and taxes, still make 700, 800 bucks a month in some of these cases. So you think about just the upside for a renter, the upside for an investor. It's I believe a window that's going to close soon. Now the big question is, what city am I in? Well, I'm about a 6-hour drive from Philadelphia, pretty close to New York City. It's in Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio, and there's thousands of these properties. So if you are someone that's, let's say, an employee or an entrepreneur, someone that can work remote, this could be an incredible first investment for you. I mean, this property, 2-car garage. Listen to just how quiet this is. 2-car garage, 10,000 square foot lot. It's a nice brick house. And a huge yard. Right, like you got a huge yard here. You got a little sunroom back here. You got 3 bedrooms upstairs. You got an arcade room downstairs. And it's a really nice property. Like I was actually surprised. It was like, you know, what are you really going to get in America for $100K? Like, is this going to be, you know, some property where you don't want to go outside at night because it's unsafe? It's, I would say, safer than almost any city that I've been in so far. And I mean, look at this. Look at that. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. Here's the living room. So you walk in. I didn't clean up for the for this tour, so you can actually kind of see. You got 2 kids, 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. So you know they're doing their thing, but that's nice, right? Then here, I just got done filming a video. The dining room. So you have dining room there, the living room, and then here's the kitchen. Kitchen's nice. So, nice kitchen. Little chandelier. Stove. And then, here's the arcade room. And this is really smart what they did, because it's just like a normal little basement, but they put 2 little games here. They made a little bar. And then there's a little laundry room and some storage back there. So, I mean, they made good use of the space. But imagine, the 3 bedrooms are good size. But imagine if you're renting at a city and you're like, I want to buy something, I want to do something. Maybe one of your friends are on the same page. You guys can both put up $5K together, buy a house like this. Maybe you guys each rent a bedroom, or split the mortgage rather, and you each pay $300-400 a month. You guys are now owning something, and then the other bedroom could be an office. So this is one of the bedrooms. Good sized bedroom. One of the bathrooms. Another one of the bedrooms. And then the master bedroom right here. It's a good size. So yeah, for $100,000, you can buy one of these properties. It's pretty unbelievable when you consider that the median home price in America is $429,000. But first, we partnered with Gundry MD to share this information with you. Inside your pantry right now is one of the healthiest foods on the planet. Spoiler alert, it's olive oil. Olive oil is a natural way to help you achieve a more youthful appearance. It's a fantastic tool for your insides as well, according to Dr. Stephen Gundry, a famous cardiothoracic surgeon. But what kind of olive oil is best for your health? You can tell by the amount of olive oil brands you see at the grocery store. And you can bet they're not all made with the consumer in mind. When Dr. Gundry came to this realization, he was appalled. So how can you tell between an olive oil that can be a health booster and which one isn't up to par? In an effort to answer that question, Dr. Gundry has decided to take a stand and release his personal research and findings. People who have taken his advice have shared their results with him, saying the olive oil they bought after learning his simple rules have changed their lives. Make sure you go to getolive1.com/JW or click the link in the description box below this video. $429,000 for the average home. Now, when you think about home insurance, it's going to go crazy the next couple of years. I would argue in places like Florida, California, Texas, some of these other states are going to get very, very, very expensive to insure. A place like in Ohio, sure, it might go up 10, 20, 30, 50%. But I just got a quote on a property out here. It was $1,000 a year. So, I mean, if it goes up $40 a month, $50 a month, you know, it is what it is. But you start to look at this. You start to look at what's going to happen. There's a massive push for affordability from everybody. Investors are looking for a safe haven. You know, renters are looking for an affordable place to live, to buy. Cleveland, Ohio, I think is one of those markets that I think we're going to see so many people moving here and buying properties in the next year, the next 2 years. So I'm going to continue looking into this market. And we're under contract to buy a property right now. And all goes well, I'm going to buy a lot of properties and discuss the entire process here, show you guys what I'm doing, because when people are paying $2,000 a month to rent an apartment, that's insane. Like when I first met my wife, we rented a place in Westwood, which is just outside of it's like right next to UCLA. And this place was, they would call it a bachelor. It was just one little room. You know, I was a real estate agent and she was a nurse, and we were saving a ton of money. All my commissions, we were saving. Her salary, we were saving. I mean, we were spending $800 a month to live there. Now that same place would be like $2,500. You know, how are people going to afford to be able to save for a down payment if they're not going to get creative? Now, I know a lot of people say, look, I'm not going to Cleveland. I'm not going here. But there's this small percentage, I would say 1 or 2% of people watching, let's say, you know what? I have money, I want to invest, or I'm renting and I'm working remote anyway. This could be an opportunity for me to be a homeowner. So I would definitely look at different ways in which you can make money as either an investor or save money as a renter by exploring other areas, because we're going to see some really, really, really big changes. I think with rents falling, not so much in Cleveland, I would argue, because the cost to build in Cleveland, $200 a foot, $250 a foot, it doesn't make sense. It makes way more sense to buy existing product, to buy these older homes for 100 grand than to build a new house for 350, 400, 500,000. And so if that is the case, there's not going to be a massive influx of new inventory. The inventory here is the inventory that's already here. Whereas in other cities like, let's just say Nashville or Phoenix or Austin, where they're just putting cranes in the sky everywhere, they're going to add so much more inventory. And so if there's a small pocket of affordable properties, just imagine what's going to happen. There's probably going to be more and more people demanding that affordable property, and we're likely going to see rents hold very, very strong or potentially go up when many other markets are going to be going down as these investors get more and more desperate, offering concessions, saying, look, I'll give you first month, last month free, we'll reduce rent, we'll offer this perk and this incentive if you sign a 18-month lease. You're gonna see that in a lot of the big cities more and more. I don't think so much in Cleveland and some of these other pockets like Toledo, and there's a lot of different areas. There's thousands and thousands of homes, not just in Cleveland, but like if you go to Akron, you go to Toledo, you start to move into these other areas that are all very, very affordable. And I think that's what we're walking into, an affordability crisis in this country. Some would say we're already in one. I'd argue it's in front of us. The real crisis is in front of us. What do you think about this entire situation? Do you think we're going to see a major push towards affordable living, and we're going to see a lot of renters looking for ways in which they can be homeowners? A lot of homeowners right now that are already being tapped out, asking, where can I move? Where can I retire? Before, people would say, my goal was to retire in Florida. And that was doable. I mean, there's a lot of these retirement communities that are very, very affordable with very low insurance back in 2015, 2017 in Florida. I would argue that's probably going to fade away. And a lot of these old money investors, a lot of these retirees on fixed incomes, a lot of these renters, they're all asking themselves the same question. Where can I live that's affordable? Where can I live with a decent quality of living? Where can I live that's located, not far from, where I want to be? I'd say there's only a couple options left in America, and Ohio is probably, a great one. But I'm curious what you think. Let's have a conversation below. What do you think about this specific Airbnb? I mean, I'm paying them $1,400 for the week on this $100,000 house. So if they are renting at 50% of the time or 70% of the time, just do the numbers on what they're making on that deal. It's absolutely insane. They're not going to be able to do those numbers anywhere else based on the cash, invested. But this is it. And Section 8, they're paying $1,500, $1,600 a month for this very house. $1,500 to $1,600. So if you're buying it for $100K and you're putting 20% down, and you're taking out let's just call it a mortgage for $750, that's including insurance and taxes. And all your costs are $750. Maybe you have a property manager if you move out of state. Maybe you pay them $150, $200 a month. Maybe you're all in. Call it $1,200 after repairs. Still making $200, $300, $400, $500 a month. And every month that property is getting paid down more and more and more. Or if you self-managed it, or if maybe you handle the entire thing yourself, you might be able to make $500, $600, $700 a month on a $20,000 investment. So in 2 years, you get all your money back. And then after that, it's just money printer. What do you think about this situation? Where do you see all of this going? Let's have a conversation about this below. And please hit the like button. When we do, YouTube will share the content, educate more people about what's happening in the U.S. economy and where people can go and invest and still do well. For more information on today's sponsor, you can click the link in the description just below this video. And catch you next video.